Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Chaotic Vito. You are absolutely awesome. Hey, let chaos reign. How's it going, Chaos Gremlins? We are back with session 3. Man, session 3 of our A Turn of Fortune's Wheel, a Planescape adventure. How is everyone doing? Dubsteppers, thank you so much for that affiliate anniversary shout out. I appreciate you. So, if y'all have been caught up, we have been playing the Dungeons and Dragons game, A Turn of Fortune's Wheel. It is absolutely insane. So far, the characters and players have been an absolute treat to play with and kill. That's been enjoyable. But we're getting into the swing of things. It's amazing. I had the players in my ear. You're welcome. So let me bring y'all into our intro, and then we'll get into A Turn of Fortune's Wheel, Session 3 with the Chaos Crew. Hello, welcome in everyone. I am Chaotic Vito, your humble DM for the evening. Let's get through and introduce our players for the night. First, to my right, your left, JR. How's it going? Who you playing? Oh, I believe you're muted, my guy.
Of course I am. That's the idiot that I am. I'm JR. I'll be playing Ias Rolk tonight.
Beautiful.
Moving right along. Dubstepper, my guy. How's it going? Who you got tonight?
I will be playing Jin Yaris tonight.
Nice, nice. Where can we find you?
I am over at twitch.tv/DUBS73PP3R, Dubstepper.
Dubstepper. And you are a snicky snick tonight.
I am a snake tonight. How
Nice.
long it lasts.
Right? I can't wait to see what we do with that. Moving right along. We got Nameless Orange, my guy. What is up?
Hey, going everybody. I'm Nameless Orange, and tonight I'm going to be playing Kelmare, who is currently not having a great time.
Oh, you're just taking a nap.
Yeah, we'll go with that. It's a little sleepy sleep.
Yep. All right. Nerdy Nobody, my guy.
I'm Nerdy Nobody, and I'm going to be playing Hatsue tonight, my Wildfire Druid.
Nice. Nice. And first appearance in the campaign, long awaited to join us once more. Twisted Fate, welcome in, friend.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. Who you playing?
I am playing Grandfather Time, but he goes by Pops.
Nice. Nice. All right. So, if y'all can't hear from the music playing in the background there, we are in the midst of a little bit of combat. Last time we left off, the party exited from the mortuary, met a tout named Parisa, which is like a tour guide of the Hive District, and they offered y'all to show you around for a measly 3 gold a day. So they took you to one of the hot eateries, the Grease Pit. Everyone had some nice little funsy snacks. I feel like at the time. Oh, hang on. Let's fix this. I think we have Nerdy as Ryu, but they are Katse. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay. Katse had a little bit of a. What did you have? You had barbecue hook and claw, something like that.
Yeah, you described it as like kind of like a somewhat of a mixture of like a chicken surf and turf, lobster chicken hybrid.
Yep.
And it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
The best.
Yep. And then 2 of our others decided to go to the Humongous Fungus and get some tasty morsels. Got the poo-poo platter. Tried a little bit of bits and pieces of a few things. Got some magical effects based on that, on what they chose, which was tasted pretty good. Yeah. Y'all moved on through that and tried to figure out a little bit about yourselves while wandering past a familiar sight to Kelmir, the Hare and Tumbler, which is a locksmith shop. Y'all headed inside, and memory chaos let loose is the best way I can kind of phrase it. Kelmir recognized the shop and recognized the individual who owned the shop. And through talking and discussing, he kind of found out that the shopkeep was somehow Kelmir's like 4th or 5th generation grandchild. And they didn't know what happened to Grandpappy Kelmir back in the day. He just kind of up and disappeared. So there's some wacky stuff going on with time at the minute. Kelmir's not really sure how to deal with that, I suppose. Yeah. While Kelmir was trying to grasp what the heck is going on, y'all decided you were going to head to a place that might give you a little bit more insight, that has a lot of intellectuals and books and things. And she said, "Oh yeah, there's a portal in this old building. I really don't use it that much, but we can see if it works." So they went there, and there were a few Ettercaps outside who charged you to get in to get to the portal. And once you were inside, it was a setup. Y'all got jumped. So now y'all are in combat. You came across a dark mantle, and y'all are dealing with that. So let me get you all over there, and we'll jump in. All right, so y'all see the main screen, but now y'all see the warehouse. Okay. All right. What we're looking at right now, little recap in here, the actual combat. Y'all downed some faction agents, some thugs. Jen Yaris turned into a snake. Katse called out their wildfire spirit. Kelmir got downed once, got back up, and is now down again, and is in the web embrace of the dark mantle currently. And we're starting at the top of the round with Katse. And Ias, you are on deck. Let's jump in. What do you got?
I'm bound by the web, right?
Yes, you are currently.
I would like to not be bound and try and get out of that.
Okay, let me pull it up, just so I got the right save. I'm pretty sure it's just a strength saving throw to get out of it.
So strength saving throw?
Let me make sure that it is. Athletics check. Go ahead and make me athletics check, please.
Can do.
That is exactly what you need. You are no longer you struggle and you break free of the webs. So you are no longer bound by this web. And you are free to have movements, but that was your action.
What can I do bonus action wise? Um, let's see. Fine. Get up to Kelmar. And we'll wait there for now.
Okay. Easy enough. Ias, you are up.
All right. Ias will keep it pretty simple. He's going to cast Eldritch Blast at the Ettercap here. That is next to Kelmare. That is what that is, right?
It is a dark mantle.
Dark Mantle. They're
Yes.
all arachnids.
Right. Big
19
squid.
to hit.
Oh, that is definitely gonna hit.
Right. Just for 7 little force damage.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. Easy
That'll be it
enough.
for his turn.
Okay. So this guy is no longer here. All right, Jen, you are up. Kelmir, you are on deck.
If I remember right, we said that I can slither through these shelves.
Yes, you can definitely slither through shelves.
Was it difficult terrain or not? I don't
Yeah, difficult terrain because you're trying to make your way through it. Yep.
That would be
Okay.
10. That is 30. Yeah, I believe that's my full movement there. And I need a strength saving throw from the arachnid.
Okay.
DC 12.
Okay, strength saving throw. Let me pull him up here. If I can find. Sorry, he's not a dark mantle, he's a dark weaver. That makes a little bit of a difference. Oh, okay. Put that. All right. Strength saving throw. You said strength, right?
Yes, strength. DC 12.
He rolled an 18.
Okay, so nothing happens. And
Okay.
that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, as you are trying to wrap yourself around, going through the crates and the boxes, making yourself your way around. Down here, when you first went through, you kind of bumped a little bit of a barrel, and it just toppled over, and the lid opens up, and outside the lid rolls a creature. It just lands. Pops, would you like to tell everyone what hits the ground rolls out of this barrel? What do they see?
Mike's muted, buddy.
Yep.
It is an older-looking dwarf with white, gray, and beard and hair. Wearing simple clothing. And as he rolled out, a ball rolled out and started to roll across the ground, and he scampered and got it, stuffed it back in his stuff.
Nice. Nice. Would you like to roll initiative for me?
Yeah. See if I got this beyond 20 working.
Yep. Just got to click your token on roll 20 and then should be able to come right in.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let me add you to a turn order here. It was a 2.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Let's get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better on initiative than anything else.
You know, I like the combat inspiration. When y'all roll a nat 20, y'all give inspiration to someone else. But what if, when you guys roll a nat 1, I get inspiration? That would be rough.
I am totally down for that.
I mean,
We'll talk
say
about it. All right, so we got Jen just finished their turn. Kelmir, you are up. Give me a death saving throw, my friend.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so with that roll, what's going through your head? Some kind of memory? Something that you haven't discovered yet in the game. If you'd like to come up with or have a memory come back to you, but according to that roll.
Something that hasn't been in the game.
Yeah.
Kelmare is going to think of his sweet mother, who he looks very similar to. But if you see her, it is just basically an orc with very poorly done makeup.
Yeah, I'd give that yep, that aligns with that roll. Okay. Easy enough. All right, so next up is the Dark Weaver. All right, seeing him begin to start get surrounded, he will attempt to move. Oh my gosh, why am I? No, just kidding. You're supposed to be there. You are supposed to, oh my gosh, move, motherfucker. Oh my god. All right, hang on. I got this.
like me to. You can scooch me over a half square if you need to.
I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna move him where he needs to go, and he is gonna try to pull Kelmir with him to over here. He's gonna crawl up on top of the boxes right here. However, that allows Jinyaris and Katse to make opportunity attacks, if you so choose.
I most definitely will.
Agreed.
Katse, that just misses.
Ah.
As you swing out as he scampers away.
If I can do this right.
Oh, that's right. You have to go into the snake. That misses as well. He dodges your snatch of the snake as he moves out of the way. And as he does, as you attempt to make that that bite, he's going to snap at you and attempt to bite you as he's moving away.
Okay.
For
We're
a
going Nat Geographic on here.
for a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. For 11 bitey damage. And
7 bitey damage.
and 17 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Yeah, hold on, I gotta break out the calculator.
I believe that is 2-8 damage.
28.
Yes. Yes.
And so that will drop me out of snake form.
Okay.
And then okay. I have okay. Boom. Good.
All right. I'm going
Well
to put
sorted.
Jen there. I'm going to move the snake. Okay. Wherever you want to put Jen, where he would have been in those few spots. Okay. Cool. Nice. Okay, that is the last thing he's going to do. He's just trying to pull back a little bit, get some space. Pops, you are up, and Katse, you are on deck. Pops, you fall out of this container, and the only thing you take note of first is your ball rolling away, and you're like, I have to get it. So you get it, and you look up, and you see you're inside this rather large warehouse. There's a handful of other creatures, a large like bugbear creature, a rabbit, a snake, but you blink back and it's like a floating fairy, a Goliath covered in mail, and this weird fire spirit thing, and they're all fighting. It looks like against this one creature that looks like a large anthropomorphic winged creature thing. You don't really remember much else. You remember your name, but other than that, you're kind of like, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here now.
Okay. I'm gonna 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna come here and look around. Do I see is Calmir like on the ground or up on the bookcase with up on the shelves with
So
the
he's
guy?
kind of hanging at the moment. He's being pulled up the couple levels to the top of the shelves. So he's kind of just come off the ground and is being pulled over the edge, but he's still kind of like hanging there.
Okay. Not really knowing who's who.
Yeah.
I'll probably just heal him then.
Okay.
Same level. Okay, so for 16 healing,
Damn. Calmir, you were up and awake. Another level of exhaustion for 16 healing.
what's going on? Where am I? And that'll end my turn.
Okay, easy enough. Top of the round, as soon as y'all see this bearded dwarf guy just kind of run around, and then you see him raise his hands, and then Kelmir starts kicking around. So he looks like he's trying to help out.
Actually,
What's up?
voice of authority. when I target an enemy with a level 1 spell or higher, I can give them a reaction turn. So Kalmar could try to do something as an attack or an action.
And I can use melee. I have a spell to make one weapon attack. Choice. Yeah, Kelmir, you find yourself come to again, still encased in the web, and you feel like you are able to take a reaction to do something. One weapon attack against a creature of your choice that you can see.
Well, Kelmir sure doesn't know what's going on. Last thing he knew, he was out on the street. So he's just gonna try to poke at this whatever's holding him.
Yep.
Yeah, rapier.
That is not gonna hit, my guy. You
He
poke
tried.
out,
He
and
tried.
yep. He notices that his prey is now awake. He's gonna take care of that in a minute.
Oh God.
At the top of the round, you see through the door above you. Give me 1 second. A individual wearing like robes of like red and orange with a mask on. They step inside and they're holding like a flaming stick, I guess, kind of like a quarterstaff that's on fire, I guess, kind of. And they kind of look around, and they just kind of move in at the door. Let me give them a turn order. And oh my gosh, 1 second. Yeah, it's kind of like a warhammer, I guess, with like a smoldering, flaming bit at the end. And his initiative, okay. Nice. All right, so top of the round, as he walks in, he sees what's going on, and he jumps immediately into the top of the order, and you hear him kind of mutter at something. I think Katse would probably be one of the first to hear it, and Kelmir, but on the other side of the bookshelf, he'll say, what the fuck are these people doing in our warehouse? And something else about those fuck-ups couldn't handle it by themselves. And he like comes in, and he makes the move over here, and sees Katse, and he is going to take his hammer and he's going to raise it in the air, and he's going to swing the flaming hammer down at Katse for an 18 to hit.
I'm gonna cast Tiny Shield.
Okay, and that bumps you up 5 AC during that exchange.
Guess I do +2 to bonus AC.
Plus 2.
Yeah, so I'll be at 16.
So it'll be a 16.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he rolled at 18. So you can, if you still want to use, yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
then,
I'm gonna use it. I reduced the damage dealt by 2d4. There.
oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, reduce the damage 2d4 and receive that and damage.
Okay. Okay, by 2d4. Got it. All right, so that hammer is going to hit you for 9. Can you roll 2d4?
Yes.
Okay, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of fire damage. And you are currently, oh, let me, we got this effects here. Burn. There we go. Fire. You are currently on magical fire right now. You catch fire. Let me give you a status effect for fire. If there is a fire, I don't know what the closest thing to fire would be. Let's just do that. I think that seems like fire. Okay, and he swings out at you. And then he will... He's going to hit you again. Ooh, for a 7. He swings wide and impacts the ground. And you hear him say, damn it. And that is the end of his turn. Now, Katse, retaliate. It is your turn. IS, you're on deck.
I am going to bonus action materialize my flame blade and flash at him.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
For 14.
Was that? Oh, 19 to hit. Yeah, that hits. For 14 fire damage. However, you notice that as you swing and you impact, it doesn't quite burn him as extensively as you thought it would. Yeah.
Action, bonus action. I can't really move out. If I move out of range, he's gonna pop me. So I'm just gonna have to leave it there for now.
Okay. Let me... Okay. This is what it looks like. I'm sharing it to y'all. That is what dude looks like. Yes. Okay, give me 1 second here. Da, 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 da. Okay, perfect. All right, so next up is IS. IS, as you see this guy kind of come around the edge of this storage area and attack Katsu, you feel this burning sense, pun, burning sense of hatred, IS, to this individual, and you're not sure for what reason, but you feel like you don't like what he is. You recognize him. You can't place what he is, but what he stands for, you don't like. I think you're still muted.
IS will, seeing this, he'll lower his hands as he was keeping his distance and casting Eldritch Blast. He'll draw the trident out from the looped scabbard on his back, and he'll begin to approach with his shield up, ready to get personal here. He's going to use his bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then he's gonna go all out, it looks like. I think that's what we'll do. Can I throw my trident? Is there a disadvantage to throwing it? Other than that, it leaves my hand, I guess.
I don't think so. It shouldn't be, right? It's ranged as well.
It is. That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you should
I
be
would
fine.
assume so.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. He's just going to charge forward, shield up to here,
Okay.
and attack with his Trident of Verdict.
Go for it.
18?
That hits.
Okay, he's one-handing it, so it'll only be 1d8.
Okay.
It'll deal 10 damage, but he's going to use the one of the verdicts, one of the weapon's charges, to condemn this creature and deal a 1d8 extra fire damage.
Nice.
It'll only be 1. It'll be 10 total, or 11 total damage, rather. Oh, wait. I forgot to add Hunter's Mark.
Yes.
11 plus 5, 16 total
damage.
damage.
Okay, and that's force damage. Okay, you as well see that fire doesn't do well. 1 damage is 1 damage. But you, yeah, it might not have done as much as you thought, but you didn't think you put a whole lot into it. Yeah,
That'll
nice.
be it for him.
Sweet. Janiaris, you were up. Kelmer, you're on deck. I believe you are muted.
Well, I guess this is just the muted stream.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action firstly to
Okay.
cast Healing Word on Kelmir.
Okay.
And then, can I upcast that as a bonus, or can it only be first?
I don't see why you couldn't upcast it if you have the spell slots, if it is upcastable.
It is.
Yeah.
I will.
If you have the spell slots, go for it.
Upcast it as a second.
Okay.
On Kelmir. Or
Nice.
6 healing.
You feel a little rejuvenated, Kelmir.
Then, where the heck is my movement speeds? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I have 40 feet of flying. How high up is that Dark Weaver?
I'd say maybe 5 or 6 feet ish.
Okay, so not very tall.
No, he's still within reach.
Okay, so I'm going to, after casting Healing Word, I'm going to fly up to and attempt to slash the giant spider with my scimitar.
Go for it.
17.
To hit. That just hits.
All right.
Nice.
For 4 total damage.
Nice.
Then
You slash out his abdomen. And you make a little bit of a slash. A little bit of arachnid blood comes out. Not much.
and that will end my turn.
Nice. Nice. Helmir, you are still restrained by this web. You are dangling, but you can look around. It's got you by like the foot. If you'd like to wiggle free or try to break free, it's an athletics check. If not, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll try to. Oh God. Yeah, I'll try to break free.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, well, that went better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, you successfully break free of this web as it unlatches from your foot, and you kind of tumble back to the ground. Not maybe like a foot or so. Just kind of fall down, but you're able to move around and do things now. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, since this thing is up on the bookshelf, if I move back, is that still an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Okay, well, oh God, Kelmer's. I guess I must. Well, wait. Sorry, let me check something really quick. I think I still have something. Yes. Okay, I am going to use my last rabbit hop to jump back away from him,
Nice.
so I do not proc the opportunity attack. And I'll move. I'll move right there. And let me check that off. Cool. I guess I'll try to fire my short bow at it. I'm at range.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Holy crap. Yeah. That'll do it.
Yep, 6. Or, no, 14. Wait.
Okay, for 14 damage. This dude, holy crap. Okay, your short bow, you scramble down, you rabbit hop back, you turn and you fire this. Just, Genioris, you feel a whoosh as this arrow passes you by and impacts this creature for Jesus. Nice. Pretty heavily right in the thorax.
All right. Well, that'll be my turn there.
Okay. All right. This creature, seeing that his prey, both of his prey have left him, he's going to reach out. First, he's going to reach for Genioris, since he's the closest. He's going to reach out if it can. Okay, for a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. You are now grappled with the web. Grabs hold of one of your wings. Just kind of wraps around you a little bit. And you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Just the necrotic damage, or
Nope. Yep. That's going to be just necrotic damage. I'm checking to see. Okay. With his second web shooter, his. What's up?
I am now unconscious.
Okay. Sweet. Sleepy sleep. Now let's give you that one. With his second little Spidey web shooter, he's going to reach out to Katse, actually. No, he's not going to reach out to Katse because Katse's on fire. He's going to reach back to Kelmir. He's like, I don't want to get near that fire. Kelmir for a 12 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay. And then he'll finish off with one bite attack. The only thing that's next to him, he's getting frustrated about his prey somehow coming back to life and leaving, and he has to keep doing some work. He is going to bite Genioris. Yeah, for a 24.
Or an
Yep.
automatic single, double.
It's a single. Should be a single. If it were a nat 20, it'd be a double, I believe.
Okay.
So he does hit you, and you do. I mean, you don't take any more damage, but that's
No.
an automatic failure. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And he is going to move back slightly, and he is going to pull you with him. Looks like he's trying to get to that corner over there. And that is the end of his turn. Pops. You're seeing a lot of stuff go down that is not great.
How tall are these? How do I think?
Press and hold.
Okay. How tall are these bookcases? Or shelves?
Probably like 4, maybe 5 feet tall.
Okay.
It's like the top end.
I'm going to 10. I'm going to climb up on top of here.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to use Twin Spell
Okay.
to cast a cantrip at both of these targets.
Okay.
Come on. There we go. First, the thing that is going after... What does it look like on the left?
This? The creature?
Yeah, the creature dragging him.
All right, let me get it for you here. I will show you what he looks like. Got
Okay.
webbed arms and big long leggies and pincers.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with psychic. 27 to hit.
Ooh, that is a natural 20. 27 does hit. Hey, and what we do with the Chaos Crew that I've been forgetting, but now we're remembering, is whenever a player makes an attack roll and is a natural 20, they are able to gift a combat inspiration to another player that lasts only during combat, and it's just an inspiration die. So who would you like to gift that to?
I guess seeing me do this, the largest person, Ias, would be kind of
Okay.
inspired.
Ias, you feel this, you begin to glow with like divine inspiration. You feel like you have a little bit of help.
Okay, so that's 8 damage on the guy on the left,
8 damage on the left. Okay.
and it's psychic.
Yep. It kind of like clenches, and it kind of curls up slightly, and it lets out like a scream. Not quite like a bird, but you know how it goes. Seems like it did a little bit of damage. Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and target the same one for 11.
Okay. Yeah. That'll, why is that still green? That's crazy. Yeah. Let's see. 11, I do not think actually. 11 does miss. 11 misses.
Oh, okay. I thought you said yes. Okay.
No, you're
Then
good.
nothing happened.
I had to look at the stat block there for a second. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Um, no.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I'd like to move. Can I move? Hello. I'd like to move down next to him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I move here? That's 20 feet total.
And you moved from there to there. You climbed up. Yeah. I think that should work. Okay. All right. Let me adjust slightly. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Move there instead. And then no.
Okay. Easy enough. The fire starter is going to, just having been attacked by Ias and that Katse is on fire, he's going to attempt to turn Ias on fire as well, having just been attacked. He's going to swing out his Havoc. Yeah, it's called a Havoc hammer. That's dope as shit. For a 10 to hit. He's going to whirl it around. And I assume that does not hit.
Absolutely not. Ice Shield will turn that away with ease.
So he will readjust his momentum and bring it back at you for a second hammer attack. Jesus. For a natural 20, for a 25 to hit.
That one will hit.
Okay. And that is going to be for, let's see. That's okay, plus minus 3. 14 points.
I had no idea for you.
Hey, Nerdy, can you mute your mic there for a minute, my guy?
I don't think he can hear you. But yes, 14. You said?
For 14 bludgeoning damage. And additionally, I don't think the extra damage is critted, just the initial. So 8 points of fire damage on top of that.
Hey, you said that he critted?
Yes.
Can I actually undo the crit?
What do you got?
Order. Restore
Violins
balance.
aren't helping.
Is he within 60 feet of me?
Yes, he is. Restore balance. First level club feature connection plane. Could you see within 60? So that says if they're about to roll with advantage or disadvantage. That was a straight roll.
Oh, okay.
Prevent the roll from being. Let me read the rest. Make sure it doesn't say anything about
you're right.
a crit. Okay. Yeah, so that will not be able to go off. But that's good to have in the pocket for sure. I like it. And Ias, you are now on fire as well.
Is there anything I can do to be not on fire?
Yes. Let's see. You take fire damage at the start of each of your turn. You can make a dexterity saving throw, ending the effect on yourself. So if you use a dex save on your turn, then you can become on fire.
Got it.
Yes. All right. He likes where he's at, but he doesn't like having his back to a lot of people, so he's gonna move across, spin around, and just stay within melee of you guys. And that's the end of his turn. Katse, you are up. Ias, you're on deck. Y'all are on fire.
I'm gonna stay within range of him.
Okay.
We'll move here,
Yep.
and then that dark mantle not flame thingy, that spider fuck. I'm going to cast a scorching ray
At the arachnid.
at the dark mantle. Yeah.
Okay. That does not hit. Streams by him, and the second one,
Wow.
the third one, man, you're just firing. Jen,
We're distracted by being up there.
yeah, Jen doesn't know it, but Pops sees it. Pops is trying to dodge these also. Jen is just swaying, being held by this this web, and doesn't know how close he got to being smacked by one of these scorching rays. It makes sense though, because you're on fire.
Yes, so for my bonus action, I'm gonna have my little fire spirit spit a seed at the creature.
Okay. Oh, you also take 5 points of fire damage. It was at the beginning of your return. Sorry,
All right.
because you're on fire.
You get a dex save at the beginning of his turn to.
You can make one, so it doesn't say you automatically make it. You have to choose to make the dex save.
Oh.
For a 16, that, let me bring it up. It meets it, beats it.
Beats it. I will take that.
For 4 fire
4
damage.
points of fire.
Okay, ouch.
And then it goes immediately after me, so it's gonna move. I can't move it. I believe it has, 30 speed. 30, so 5.
Let me give you
5.
access there. Okay, you should have access to move him now. That's weird.
Alright, so you go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Okay, easy enough. Ice, you were on deck. And then Genioris.
All right. I'm gonna keep it pretty consistent here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack again with my trident to verdict. I'll use. Do I need to call out my inspiration before? Or?
No, you can use it after a roll.
I'll go ahead and use it now. Then.
Okay.
And it's only 1, so it's 10 to hit.
Okay, so that misses. Unfortunately. Let chaos reign, y'all.
Don't believe I have a bonus action for you. Well, actually, I will use my lay on hands for myself.
Do it.
I've got 7 left.
Okay,
So
nice.
I will use
Did
those,
you
and that'll be
use
it
the
for me.
inspiration?
What?
You asked something about inspiration. Did you end up using
Yeah, I
it?
used it. I used it.
It rolled poorly, unfortunately.
And that'll be it for Ias.
Yes. Okay, Genioris, can you give me a save, my guy? Okay. Based upon that failure or success, what's a memory that pops into your head that may not have been there before?
When I first arrived to the woods of Sylvan on this plain, middle of nowhere, no civilization, but being greeted by a very large, majestic, six-legged elk,
Nice.
and just being awestruck of its beauty.
I like it. Beautiful. Okay. Kelmir, you are
All right. Kilmer's gonna 5, 10. And he is going to. He's gonna cast Hunter's Mark on that creature, Dragon Jen.
okay.
Oh, whoops. Nope. Sorry. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna use it, but I'm gonna fire my short bow at it
Okay.
first.
Yeah. You want to hit first there, dude.
Yeah, I misclicked.
Oh, are you
Oh,
serious?
there
Yo. Okay, before you jump into damage, who are you giving your combat inspiration to?
I'll give it to Jen. He may need it when he's back up, or if he
Jen-
can get away.
Jen, you may not know this, but you begin to glow with divine inspiration.
Cool. I'm a glowing corpse.
That's true. That's true. It's weird. All right, so
Weird.
all right, so the damage is 5 plus your crit damage, right? Because the Hunter's Mark. So give me some damage there. Give it another roll.
I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, we can just roll again. That's fine. Just subtract 3 from it.
So 5 for the second one.
Okay. So what is that? 13 plus 5? No, plus 5, right? Or is it-
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, 13 and 5. 18. Yeah. There we go. Nice. That does a little bit of damage. A decent amount. And it is starting to look a little injured. It's starting to panic.
And that was with my Hunter's Mark damage too, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Cool. I guess I'm gonna move a little bit closer, and I'll end my turn there.
A tentative step forward, and as you impact this this Dark Weaver, he is now seeing that Pops is nearby, and all he sees is meat must feed, and he will shoot out his web at Pops for a 19 to hit.
It does hit.
Okay. And you will take in your head, you'll take, oh, Jesus Christ, 19 necrotic damage. One of those was a full, yeah, he did. And you are now webbed. Where's my web? Give me the web. And he will reach out once again at Kelmir with his web and shoot out. Jesus. That's a crit. Are these not showing to you guys? Do you see the rolls?
No.
Okay,
No.
let me see. I don't know why that's just showing it. If you look at the, in case you're curious, if you look at the stream, they're on there. I'm just trying to figure out why they're not
Are you
rolling
doing it to self?
in general. I'm rolling from stat blocks in D&D Beyond, so I'd have to figure out. I'll have to figure it out. But that is a 27. So that's gonna be, yeah. So it'll be 18 plus 16, 34 points of necrotic damage as you grab your head.
Yeah, I'm down.
And you are now grappled and also back into saving throws. And he's gonna, now that he has Jen, he's gonna take a bite at Jen. 'Cause he's sick and tired of not getting his food. For a 9 to hit.
9 will not hit.
Does not hit. Okay. Easy enough. You can use real after any of
The
these.
armor is too thick for his fangs.
Nice. He's going to move back a little, pulling Jen, pulling Pops, and pulling Kelmir back a little bit. And that is the end of his turn. Pops, you are now grappled and you are up.
I'm gonna reach out and grab this thing around the neck.
Okay.
Got a 17 to hit.
Why is that still showing green? That's weird. Yeah, that just hits. Yeah, absolutely.
For a 31 damage.
Or inflict wounds, my guy. Yo, let's go. For 31 necrotic damage. As you do that, though, it seems like it doesn't take all the power of these wounds that you're inflicting upon it. It may take, not as much as you thought it would.
Okay.
Yes. But it was definitely a good hug. He did not enjoy it, though.
As a bonus action,
Yes.
would it be a full action to get out or a bonus action to try to break the web?
It would be a full action because you're making a. I just lost the word. An ability save or an ability check, which is an action.
Okay. As a bonus action,
Okay.
could I do that?
Try to shove him.
Myself away from him and break the webs that way.
Can you share that to the?
I tried.
Oh, okay. I got you. There we go. So it says action.
What?
Telekinetic shove, grandfather time action. So without verbal, and you can make the spectral hand as a okay.
Here,
Sorry,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
let
I'm
me-
getting further. As a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you see within 30 feet of you. When you do so, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be moved 5 feet toward you or away from you. Creature can willingly fail this save. Sure, let's move you back.
Well, instead of me, can I move Kelmore instead?
Sure.
5 feet back and try to break the bond, the webbing.
He automatically fails the save because he's unconscious. So yeah, he'll get pushed back. Easy enough. Yeah, that works perfectly.
And I'll call out a little help here.
Nice. The fire starter is going to do what he does best. He is going to swing one swing at Ias, one swing at Katse. For our Ias, it's going to be a 9 to hit. Boom.
Not gonna get there.
Glanced off the shield. And for Katse, for a 7. So he tried to swing at Ias. You blocked it with your shield, and he tried to redirect it, but he wasn't able to do it properly. Let's see. And he is going to, having missed, he's going to take a step back from you guys, allowing you guys for an attack of opportunity. He's starting to look around a little bit.
Yep.
I'm taking it if I can get it.
You're right. 22 does hit, Katse. For sure it does. For 6 slashing. Okay. 6.
And Ias will go, it'll be a 20 to hit.
That does hit. And you also have Hunter's Mark on him, I believe.
That is true. So I will deal. Am I lost? I rolled an 8 on the die, and it says I somehow did 5.
5 piercing and
Okay.
8 fire.
Okay, it's one. Okay, I see what it did.
Yeah.
So it's 5 plus my hunter's mark.
Don't come over here.
8 total damage on
Okay.
the opportunity attack.
The fire also goes off, right? Since you're using the trident.
That's only if I use it to condemn. And you know what?
Okay.
I may as well. I may as well
Okay.
burn a charge to condemn.
All right.
It's an extra 1 damage, so 9.
Okay. Yeah, he's starting to look pretty rough, not super bloodied, but at this point he's starting to look around and look for a way to abandon this warehouse. Katse, you were up. Ias, you're on deck. On fire.
Right.
I'm gonna add.
All right.
I know I didn't ask, but when I'm using the opportunity, I'm sorry.
What's up?
When I use the opportunity attack, can I force him to make that con save for topple?
Is that just when you hit?
Just when you hit someone with a trident.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'm not super familiar on the mastery items, but we'll work through it. So con save. Saving throws, con 18 con save.
18 is almost certainly gonna get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4. So 8 plus 4 plus 2 is only 16. So 18 makes it.
Okay, is there anything on a fail or no?
Nope. He's all
Okay.
good.
Cool. Katse, you are at the top of the round on fire. And you take, before I forget, 5 points of fire damage.
Cure wounds myself.
So you take the 5 points,
Oh.
and then if you...
5.
Yep. And then you can cure wounds.
Drop
Yep.
1,
Oh, that was close. That's close.
and then the other 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So that was my action. Oh, 15. Bonus action. The arachnids getting another seed.
Okay. That 15 just misses. It's a flaming seed.
Alright.
Shoots by.
And then on its turn, it's gonna kind of follow up on me, get right up here in front of me,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
Nice.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to.
Try to, yeah. It is all good. I wish I could make it linger, but I don't think I can actually make it linger, which sucks. Okay. Yeah, y'all are free to use those effects in tandem with your
keep forgetting
attacks and
they're there.
stuff. So do I. All right, Ias, you are up. You are on fire.
Still ablaze.
Yes.
Since he's trying to flee, I'm just gonna go ahead and hawk him down
Yeah.
and see if I can't finish him off. I'll use my bonus action to cast. Let's go with Thunderous Smite.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we will. Okay, it's immediately after hitting. So let's make sure we hit first.
Yeah,
22.
that hits.
Okay, so we'll use Thunderous Smite. Mark it as cast. It'll be an extra 9 thunder damage.
Okay.
He'll be pushed 10 feet that way and knocked prone.
Okay. Is that on top of an attack?
Yeah, so that's the smite damage is 9.
Yeah. Okay.
The trident's damage
Okay.
is another 9. My hunter's mark is another 6. That puts us at 24. Is he still alive after 24?
Was that last one minus 6? You said minus.
Yeah, another 6 damage. Yeah.
He is
So
looking
9, 9.
super duper bloodied. He's kind of holding himself up by his fire hammer. He's looking. He's on the cusp.
All right. In that case, I'll use my last charge of my trident in order to condemn him.
Okay, perfect. That is
For 5 fire damage to be added
fire
on, so it
damage.
makes
Okay,
29 total damage.
so half of 5 rounded. He's looking even more on the edge. It seems like that fire didn't do a whole lot. It did some, but not as much as you expected. Seems like this guy might be good with fire.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be that for Ias.
Okay, Jen Yaris, give me another save there, my guy. Nice. If you would like to add another memory to the bank that matches that save.
So, sometime after arriving to these plains, being integrated into the Sylvan Druid Society,
Mhm.
just one of his fondest memories is frolicking through the vast arboreal
Yep.
collection in the great greenhouse of the druids, just all the different plants and trees and flowers, just seeing all the unique specimens that he gets to study.
Nice. Beautiful. I like it. All right, Kelmir. Go ahead and throw me a death saving throw there. Okay. Do you have a memory you'd like to share that matches that save?
Honestly, I got nothing at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. You feel like you're doing okay, all things considered. A
That's good way to
burst
put it.
a burst of okayness, I guess. All right. So
All things considered.
yeah. All right. The Dark Weaver is going to bite Genyaris and continue to take his prey for a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So there's another fail. One bite. We can, but they're on fire. He wants to grab everyone, but half of you guys are on fire, so he's not going to do shit. He's going to use Reel, and he's going to pull Kelmir closer to him within biting distance. Yeah, that's all he is going to do. He really can't move too much right now. He's just trying to get his foods in, I guess. Pops, you are up.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to twin spell Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
I'm going to target. Is Jannar still up?
Unconscious.
Yep.
Like looking over, I can see him breathing or something.
He's in the midst of saving throws, so he's on death's door.
Okay. I'm gonna heal him with Cure Wounds, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna twin spell and cast it a second time. 25 health. Why is this rolling at advantage? 25 health. For Jen. And then I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
It's
For 30.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
it's one less to get back up, right? Heal me for
No.
25 less 1.
Um,
Not unconscious anymore.
I would just I'll give you 25 and you're back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Your eyes pop awake on your next turn. With a level of exhaustion. Yes, still grappled. Anything else, Pops?
Oh.
I'm gonna try to use telekinesis to move Ias here, one step closer to me.
Okay. Ias, would you like to fail that and be pulled 5 feet, or would you like to try to hold your ground?
Yeah, he won't resist.
Okay.
That's nice.
Boop.
Oh. He does.
Nice. Okay. Would you like to... Nope. Anything else? I don't think you can do anything else.
I'll say, I hope I picked the right side.
Well...
Are we the bad guys?
The fire starter will see that this creature that has been protecting for them this warehouse is starting to get succumbed by an overwhelming amount of hacks, slashes, and magic impacts. Will attempt to sprint away. Would you like to take...
It'll take half his movement to get up, so.
Yep. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity as he runs away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. 19?
That hits.
Alright. It'll be 7 damage plus Hunter's Mark. It'll be 10 damage, and I need a con save.
So he's as you swing out and you start to pump this into him, he tries to run and he just topples over and his hammer goes flying and he dies. On top of that, before he's able to make a save.
I do have a question. With Voice of Authority, from the healing spell targeting myself, can I take an attack on this thing, or just wait until the next round?
Let me look.
Because I missed it, technically. It's just a new ability. It's whenever I target a friendly or an enemy, I can let them use their reaction to make an attack.
Sure. You can use your reaction to make an attack, for sure.
Okay.
Weapon attack.
The last out of this thing for a 19
That hits.
to hit,
Yep.
and it does 7 damage. With a rapier, I'm going to slash it wherever I see the webbing coming out.
Okay. It takes some damage from that. Now that we've satisfied that, Is there anything else? Oh, it's not you. Sorry. It was,
that was
all this reaction going on. It helps. It helps. All right. He's down. Katse, you are up. Then you are on deck. And I would like to remind you that you are currently on fire.
Less than ideal.
So I will cast level 1 Cure Wounds on Kelmar,
Okay.
giving him 13.
Okay. Kelmer, you're up to 13, plus another level of exhaustion. What are you, 4 now?
3.
3. Nice.
And then I'll whisper to my flame spirit, and it'll start like chittering and like looking at everyone. And I'm going to bonus action fiery teleportation.
Okay.
So
Who
if
is it?
anybody, Pops, Juniors, and Kelmar
Can you share that to the
willing to teleport.
roll 20?
Yeah.
Just so I can see what it says. Okay. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. How much spirit? It takes a turn. Spirit manifests. All right. Fire teleportation spirit, and each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleport up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space. Creature within it. Then each creature spirit left must succeed. Okay. So yeah, there's no. That's dope. There's no cap on number of creatures. That's nice.
Oh yeah, I'll go Susie, and then I'll start speaking somewhat of an incantation. I'll look
Okay.
at Pops, Kelmar, Juniors, and say, "Come with Susie," and start to glow. So say it was like,
Okay, where would you like them all to go to? Because they can go up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
center where the fireball is.
Okay.
So
Jen could go.
I'll be here. So
Okay. Oh, that one's not cool. What is this? That's just straight burn, isn't it? Explode. Yeah, that's about right. Kelmir, would you like to go, or Pops, would you like to go?
Yes, get me out of here, please.
And would this break the spider webbing?
Teleport?
Because we're
Yeah.
teleporting out of-
I think so. Let's call it a yes. So none of you are grappled
I think that's a good damage.
anymore. And it takes 6 damage. He is pissed now.
Susie will have been there. Or no. He's been there.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
For
Also,
Susie,
let me give you this, by the way. You take 6 points of fire damage additionally.
me?
Yep.
Alright, now I'm unconscious.
Okay.
I'm down.
Okay. So let's say okay. That was my fault for not doing it at the start of the turn. We'll let everything else happen the way it did because of my flub. But they were able to get away and you were... Let's keep you back where you were. So Susie went there, right? And you were here?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, we'll just do that. Susie got everyone else away. I would assume with that space, Susie would have brought Kelmir there behind the shelves. You whispered as you were dying on fire, telling Susie to get everyone else out of there. So, okay, poetic. I like it.
All right.
Okay.
Very poetic.
Yeah, it fits. Ias, you just saw half of your party get teleported away from this creature to near you.
I can close this distance in one turn.
Also, still on fire.
Yes, I am still on fire. I guess I do need to stop that, huh?
You don't have to.
No,
So
I feel like I probably should.
so you take 4 points of fire damage.
Keeping that thing from grabbing you.
4 points of fire damage.
Yes.
And do I? He said I need a deck save in order to end it.
It is can make a dex saving throw. Yep, dex save.
I hope the save's not too high. All right, let's go for it. Oh well, it was almost a 19.
A little higher than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
You were still on fire, burning.
Well, if that is my action, then
Like the
that'll be
heated
that.
battle.
So do you have any bonus action you'd like to do, or movement or
No,
nothing?
that'll be that.
Okay. Easy enough. Jynyaris, you are up. Kelmir, you're on deck. You opening your eyes and coming back to seeing yourselves in a new location by Katse's wildfire spirit. Little healthier, but still pretty out of it.
Hiroki. So Jynyaris is gonna kind of pick himself up, dust himself off, and then pop up above the shelves so that he can see Katse, and pop a bonus action healing word 2nd level
Nice.
for 9 health. 9
Perfect.
healing.
Nice. Getting there.
No longer unconscious. Then the action. As an action, he is going to so as he kind of pops himself up over the shelves, he'll pop that healing spell, and then immediately cast his 2nd wild shape charge back
Nice.
into that snake.
Okay.
occupy the current square and that's
Okay, let me get it there.
flip the squares. Yeah.
Oop. Should have access to control still.
Looks like that back.
Yeah.
And
Snake is snake.
then just gonna move up 5 more feet and kind of place myself in between Katse and the Weaver.
Okay. Yeah.
And my turn there.
Nice. I like it. Kelmer, you're up. Pops, you're on deck.
All right. Well, Kilmer's gonna move over. He's gonna kind of get up on the shelves here, get a better shot, and I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna fire another short bow shot at this guy.
Okay. 24 does hit. Nice.
So let me roll the damage for that. Alright. So a 10 for that, and then my Hunter's Mark. That's something.
He is. It sure is something. He is looking bloodied. He's looking really rough. You guys have been taking his food away, giving it to him, taking it away. So he is looking rough, and he is super hungry. And this long thing right in front of him is looking like a tasty morsel, looking like a snack.
Well, that's gonna be my turn there.
Okay, Pops, you're up.
I'm going to climb up on the shelf as it's 4 feet tall, and I'm not. And I'm going to try to cast Sorcerous Burst at it again.
Okay. Shoot.
11.
That does not hit. However, I deleted the wrong turn order.
He was just before me, I think.
Okay.
In between
The,
me
the
and
Weaver
Kelmer.
was 8.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
Let me.
Has Elmore it
There we go. Okay. So it was after Kelmar. So we'll nix that attack, Pops. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
If that's So that. So the Dark Weaver is going to bite out at this snake. No, he's not going to bite. He's going to try to web the snake for a 21 to web.
21 hits.
Okay, and for 18 necrotic damage.
Jesus. Okay. So that again pops me out of wild shape,
Okay.
and I just take 5 damage on top of that.
Okay, let me put you there. Move him back away.
Now, being that the wild shape went away,
Yeah.
the web transfer.
I think it would, but let me check. It doesn't say anything. All right, that was low. You were, yeah, the web does not transfer.
Okay.
So you take that damage, but you are not webbed. But this next one, it broke free and a 20 for another web.
Oh, yeah, 20 hits.
Okay. For 11 necrotic damage to you. And you're webbed. And he's going to move forward towards Katse. Oh, he already used his too. Shoot, he's going to stay where he's at, and he's going to bite at Jen. Because he thought it was a snake. Oh, Jesus. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
The bite is going to be -3, 23 points of piercing damage and 17 points of necrotic damage.
That's a lot of damage.
He
I
rolled.
currently have 9.
Okay, well,
My max is 31.
okay.
What's the math work out to? I mean, obviously down, but is that...
No, it would have to be
Yes,
double.
sir.
It would have to be double. Yeah, so,
okay, so it'd
yeah.
have to be... What is that, 62?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so just down.
Just down. Yes.
Okay.
Once again. And that was the bite, and he can't rear you any closer. All right, now, Pops, you are up. Katse, top of the round, you are on deck.
Are we gonna count the 11? I think
No, I'll let you roll. Yeah, I'll let you roll again. That was my fault.
I am gonna use my last sorcery point and cast this twice. 11 again. If it's 11 again, I.
That does not hit.
An 18.
The 18 does.
We can do
18 does hit.
2 fire damage.
2 fire damage. Okay. He takes the fire damage. Not super happy about it. But he takes it anyway. Anything else you'd like to do?
As a bonus action, try to pull Janara. Yeah, Janara's south 1 square.
Yeah, with your telekinetic shove.
Yeah.
Okay. That is...
And then I'm going to jump down and take cover behind the bookcase.
Okay. You pull him. Let's say it's not contested, and then you jump down behind. Okay. Easy enough. Katsu, you're up. Ias, you're on deck. Shit's going down.
So my eyes begin to match my body in terms of being fiery, and I put my hands together and like a cone shape, and I cast my last level 2 spell slot with Burning Hand.
Okay.
So you have to make a Dex saving throw 15.
Is a cone. Dex. A 9.
Oh, yeah.
18, take 16.
Nice.
And then bonus action. bullet.
See if that does that hit.
Or let me check. 1 second. 23.
That hits.
Takes an extra 3.
Nice. It is looking really rough. It doesn't like fire.
All right. That's all she wrote for now.
Okay. Ias, you're up. Geniaris, you are on deck.
Oh, right. Ah, yes. We are going to use our turn, doing the same thing we did last turn, trying to put out the flames on it.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh,
Dexterity saving throw.
I made sure to do the damage. to myself with the fire.
11.
Just misses.
Okay.
So you're almost
That will
there.
be it for Ias then.
Okay. Geniaris, would you mind giving me a death saving throw?
14.
Nice. Nice. If you have any memories that coalesce with that that save. If not, that's perfectly okay.
None come to mind.
Okay. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. Kelmir, you were up.
All right. Well, let's do one more shot. Short bow. That's the creature.
Okay.
Man, I am freaking.
It's the natural 20. Bro, let's go. Who would you like to give that combat inspiration to?
Ooh, I'll give it to. I'll go to Katse.
To Katse.
All right, and then one more because it's still not doing. So it'd be a 2 on that.
Minus. All right, so it would be 5 because there's no sneak attack. 5 plus 5, 10. Or just be 10. 1d6 plus 3, so yeah, I think so. Right? Yeah.
Yep, and then Hunter's Mark damage
Yep.
for another 2.
It's 2. It is looking severely in trouble currently.
All right.
Any minute.
Yep.
Well, Kelmir's just gonna stay there and end his turn.
Okay. The Dark Weaver is struggling at the minute. He is going to try to reach out at least 2 of the creatures. One at Katse to web for a 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay. And then one at Kelmir for a 26 to hit.
Of course, yes.
Okay. Kelmir, you take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my god. All I can think is that Simpson episode. Stop, he's already dead.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down again. So
Okay, you're down again. And the Dark Weaver is going to... It has... How much movement does it have? Okay. It is going to move down south. It is going... As it moves, it is going to take a bite at Jen for an 11.
Will not hit.
He's just sprinting too fast. And he is going to, let's see. Why is this not 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's going to try to get away, but he's also going to use his reel. Pulls you up to 60 feet toward itself. So he is going to pull Jen behind him and Kelmir with him. He's just running away and pulling these creatures along with him. Looks like he's trying to make a break for it with his food. And that's the end of his turn. Pops, you are up.
5, 10, 15. I'm going to climb on top of this shelf.
Okay.
Uh, 15, 20, 25. And out of desperation, I'm going to grab a hold of its neck again and try to...
Inflict some more
Strangle.
wounds.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
That does not hit. He wiggles free, and he's happy that someone has brought him another snack of its own free will. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Okay.
Can I use bonus action?
Yeah, right. Inflict wounds was an action. So
Yeah.
you should still have a bonus action left.
I'm going to Shield of Faith myself.
Okay.
So my AC goes up by 2.
Nice.
And Voice of Authority, can I attack it?
When you cast a spell, yeah. Yep.
Uh, 7. No. Okay.
That does not hit either. You just swing wide of one of his legs dangling as it's running. Skittering. Yeah. It's better. Okay. Katse, you were up. Ayaz, you're on deck. He's dragging your buds away.
And I'm down again.
Yep. You take fire damage, and you are...
I miscalculated my health.
Okay. So you are unconscious. You're down, are you down from this fire damage?
Yeah,
Or were you down before?
I'm down from this fire damage. I had 4. I thought I had 6.
Well, I gotta roll to see how much damage you actually take.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, you take 5 points of fire damage. Okay, so yeah, you're down.
okay, yeah.
So your turn ends. Your wildfire spirit can still act because it goes after your turn, right? And it has its own
Yeah.
turn. Yep. So it's still up.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then it's gonna tackle and hiss and shoot a flame seed at the
Okay. Flame seed. For a 17 does hit. Let's see the damage.
3.
3 fire damage. It does some damage. Nice.
man.
It is looking even worse than it was before. Okay. Ias, you were up. Jeniaris and Kelmir's death saves.
Ias will go ahead and shift his hunter's mark to the what was it called again?
Dark Weaver.
Dark Weaver. Yeah,
Yes.
I thought it was a dark mantle.
That's the little hat things.
Yeah. He'll shift his hunter's mark and go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast.
Do it.
17
17 hits.
for 8 plus 2. 10 total force damage.
As you release this first charge of Eldritch Blast, how do you kill this thing?
Oh, thank God.
The Eldritch Blast appears like an arrow off of a longbow, and it just whistles through the air and disappears into the body of the target before dematerializing and not appearing out the other side.
Okay. Nice. It is dead now, and y'all are now out of combat. Thank goodness.
Thank God.
Yeah.
While three of your companions, Pops and Ias, are currently unconscious. Let me change the music here real quick, and then we will take a quick break and then come back to whatever y'all decide to do. Sound good?
Absolutely.
All right, we will come back at 10 minute 22. That should be the same for everybody.
Yep.
22.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see you back in a few.
God, I thought that thing was never gonna fucking die.
Oh my God.
Discord. All right. Everybody, we're back from our little break. Ended off, y'all destroyed this Darkweaver and some fire-wielding individual who busted in and said that this was their warehouse and some people just couldn't do things right. And you made quick work of him as well. So now y'all are out of combat and free to do what you wish.
I would like to come over here and take 2 turns casting Spare the Dying on these two.
Okay.
Does the fire go out on its own, or?
Yeah, we'll say if you want to shake yourself loose, you can quit burning. I'm not going to make you have to make a save. You see Katse is still burning.
Are these two stable? We'll spare the dying.
Yeah. Say that.
Okay. As soon as I get done with the second one, I'm going to run up here and cast Cure Wounds on first level. Yeah, there we go. Cure Wounds on 6 health.
Okay. On Katse.
On Katse.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Ias, you're no longer on fire. You shake yourself. Everyone shakes themselves free of the fire.
And I'm going to start patting myself down, making sure all of my objects and items are where they're supposed to be, making sure nothing got stolen.
Yeah, so you have everything on you. Everything seems to be in order. You're not quite sure, like I said earlier, not sure how you got in that barrel. Everything before that is pretty fuzzy. Other than who you are and some of your like mechanical nuances you remember. Besides that, nothing. You just sprang to, it seems like you just sprang to life.
Okay. I'll ask the 2 party members that are awake if we can like make this defensible and possibly take a short rest here.
Y'all don't recognize this guy at all.
Well, your friends are not dying, but they're not conscious either, so if we could watch over them for a short rest.
Yeah, Ias would not object.
I walk up to Pops and I extend my hand and like, I do not know who you are, but your assistance is much appreciated. I am Katsu.
So with a short
Awakening.
rest, are the unconscious players allowed to use hit die to heal up if they're stable?
Is stable is at 0 hit points, right?
Yeah.
Stable is at 0. So they're still, I would still call them unconscious.
Okay.
They won't be able to do it themselves. So if
What would we need? Medicine checks to get them up, or
they have like healing potions or something.
I'll go ahead and blast one of my Cure Wounds again at the
I can close wounds, both of them.
Okay.
So 10 points
Yeah, I
from
go
me.
to
Is that 10 points to Jen Yoris and Katse? You're
yeah.
taking care of Kelmir.
Yeah, I'll then, since he did that, I'll use my last first level spell to cure wounds, Kelmer.
Okay.
7.
Okay. Y'all are
Grappled.
So now we can short rest and use hit die, right?
Yeah, if you guys are going to take a short rest, absolutely.
I want to look around to see if there's like any foods, like ingredients, so I can make use of my my cook skills.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check. As you do that, Parisa trots in like through the door and like looks around at everything that happened and says, I'm sorry, I didn't think there was anyone else here. That's I was scared. I'm not really a fighter. I'm sorry. Now where's that portal? And she like makes her way like around the edge trying to find a portal. So while she's doing that investigation check, let's see, she's here. Yeah, so what's up?
I think my short rest thing is broken. It's all right though. I will just manually roll my hit.
Yeah, it does a weird thing sometimes. Katse, you find a handful of different spices that you can choose what they are. Say a few little jars of different spices, and some herbs throughout. There's some like salted meats that are in one of the boxes, just waiting to be sent somewhere. There's probably enough for two meals worth for the full party of like salted meats.
Alright. So I got some meats and herbs and spices, and I'm kind of like smelling the spices, smelling the meats, kind of examining them, and I also like I nod and shake, and I started talking to Susie a little bit. He chitters and comes with me. He heats up one of the pots for me. I throw it in, and I took says special food. Special I can cook special food for 6 creatures. And anyone who chooses to eat the food gains an extra 1d8 when they use a hit die, if they use 1 or more hit dies.
Perfect. So y'all can add a d8 to your short rest hit die healing, if you so choose. Is anyone
looking at the old dwarf, the new addition to your party, sees him curl up in a corner of one of the shelves, and he'll take out of his pack the metallic orb, and he'll reach down inside of his vest and pull out a vial of thick red liquid and pop the cork off and consume it. Gonna give me my sorcery points back.
Okay.
During a short rest once a day.
I add the manual 4.
I see what it's doing now. Okay. That is incorrect.
Okay.
What do I click on to just roll a die?
there should be a little dice on the bottom of your screen on your like the character sheet, bottom left hand side. There's a little red circle with a d20 in it.
Now I got you.
Plus, that's 17.
And then I'm gonna look at. Sorry.
While Jen and Kelmer are kind of just sitting there resting, Juniaris is going to kind of unfold one of the leaves that he's wearing as armor, and underneath, Kelmer would see a very patchy robe with a bunch of odd and end, different colored pockets just sewn on the outside. And Jen will just rip off one of them. And as it rips off this robe, it'll produce 4 potions of healing. And Jen will pass 2 of them to Kelmir and say, I think you're going to need these in the future. Might as well take them now.
I'll say, I will tell him thank you, and I am going to immediately chug one of them.
Nice, nice.
Take me up to 3.
After cooking the meat and seasoning it and stuff, I'll scrounge around for some makeshift plates, and I'll set the food out, cook meat, like along the barrels, and tell everyone that it's not much, but with what I had, feel free to eat.
I'll look over at Jen. I'll be like, hey, Jen,
Yeah?
that really sucked.
Yeah, buddy. It really did. It was worse than trying to hog tie a boar in some mud.
Hey, how did we get here anyway?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I kind of just woke up right now.
Well, I mean, the last thing I remember is, I remember being on leaving that shop, and it all just kind of goes dark from there, and then I wake up on the ground of a warehouse.
Well, I remember is Marisa trying to find a portal for us here. Pretty
Which
sure
I'm
there was a
currently
couple
doing.
of-
I swear I'm gonna find it. And she's like looking around and like touching things.
And I'm pretty certain that there was something to do with talking mushrooms and maybe some fire. I don't know. It all just happened so fast. I blacked out a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just as lost as you are right now.
I just want to take a nap.
Hey,
Yeah.
big guy.
I'm gonna turn to Susie and just say rest and kind of like run my hand along the edge of the flames and dismiss it. And he'll hit her and fade away.
Okay.
Hey, big guy. What's this guy's deal? As I start kind of poking him with my sword, my rapier, and then searching his pockets. Nice. You're a big guy, by the way.
Oh, I wasn't aware you were referring to me.
Sorry.
You're 2 big guys.
I just would respond seemingly unaware of what you're trying to actually ask him, and he says his deal is that he's dead.
You looked pretty engaged with him, and like you might recognize him.
DM, would I have figured out by now why he was so off-putting to me?
Roll me. History really doesn't help. Insight check, please.
Okay.
I would have removed like the hood and mask or anything.
15.
15. Okay. A couple things kind of wave back to you. Kind of like waves crashing against a shore. You remember the first thing that pops into your head is Allison Nelesia and the Mercy Killers. And the second thing that pops into your head is a hatred for a name that pops into your head the Hands of Havoc, or the Wreckers, or the Wreckers is what most people call them. And the 15 will get you that you were in a faction that did not really get along with these Wreckers. But you can't put a name, or you can't put a face to that name that pops in your head, the Allison Nelesia. You can't put a face to it, but you recognize the name that just pops in. Just everything kind of crashes all at once.
He would turn and respond that this man was, and he looks like he's searching for the right word for a moment, and then he looks like he's found it, and the face is replaced with one of disgust. He says, he was a vagrant, a stain on this city's pristine reputation. He needed dealt with.
After searching his body, I'll try to pick up the mace, and it's a little too heavy for this character. So I'll drag it across the floor to IS, head still on the wood floorboards, holding up the handle a little bit to offer him it.
Why is that not displaying properly?
He'll
Okay.
reach out and grasp the handle. And when he does so, he'll place his hand over yours and lift it up with you. And he says, we raise this weapon together. We have shed blood together. You and I, we are brothers.
Oh, it doesn't actually have a stat for it? Trash.
But he's homebrewing something.
Yeah, I might have to.
He's pretty good at it.
Might have to homebrew something for that.
Realizing the rest of the party has gathered around us, I'll say, does that make us all brothers?
Yaris will speak up. Well, anybody who sheds blood, spills blood, or just in general protects one of us, I'd be pretty fairly certain to say that he would be a brother to me.
We have fought together. I feel we too shall die together.
Many times.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Or not anymore.
Katse's had a few run-ins with death itself. Or was it somebody else? I can't really put my finger on it. I just know this dude showed up, and next thing you know, it's like we knew him already.
Kelmer's gonna go up to Pops and he'll say, "Hey, new friend, what's your name?"
Most people call me Pops. I think it's a nod to the age or the wisdom. But I go by Time.
Oh, yeah, Pops, you look really old.
Thanks.
Hopefully you have lots of time left in you.
Here's hoping. Real quick, did I need to roll anything for looking for any tinkering parts? Anything that could be used for tinkering later on?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check if you're looking around for that. IS, as this is all happening, conversing, your hand absentmindedly kind of goes into one of your folds or your pockets, and you've, after the memories that came to you, you touch a piece of of coin, and that item that that's in your inventory, you touch that. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep.
I know exactly what it is.
Yep.
When he realizes he's touched something that he wasn't familiar with before, he pulls it out and looks at it. It's a small token of some sort. I'll drag it into the chat if I can. But it's a small token. It's the face of a dragon with like thin whiskers and wide wings around the edges of the token, and he kind of shows it around the room and says, "Does this mean anything to any of you?"
Would Jynyaris have ran across this?
Yeah, roll
Yeah, everyone who's looking at it, give me y'all. I think.
insight, history.
Yeah, everyone give me an insight check. And then it will be based on like your backstories that y'all gave me. Okay. You all recognize that it seems to be some kind of faction token that's given to members of factions, but I think with y'all's backstories, I think the only one who would I think Jen would probably recognize Mercy Killers. Believe. Just the name, Mercy Killers. And then as soon as he says that, it comes back to you about them, and bits and pieces of being a Mercy Killer kind of come back to you. Not a whole lot, but it's starting to piece itself together a little bit. Yeah.
Cool.
He would keep his sudden realization to himself, and then just kind of tuck it away. Wouldn't mention anything about it.
Okay.
Well, time's ticking. Where did your friend go?
I'm over here. I'm trying to find this damn portal. I'm working on it.
What are we looking for?
The portal, and she like rummages around. She's like, "This is really kind of tough at the minute. Anything really here can open the portal. It can be as insignificant as like a corner piece to a lock on one of these boxes, or it could be like one of the cogs over there." And she like points off in the distance, just like sitting on a shelf. It's supposed to be on this wall over here, but I don't see it. And she gets like super flustered. You know how like, if you all remember The Mummy, right? How Benny takes out of his chest all the religious medallions and starts working through them. She's kind of doing the same thing with like things in her pack to see if she can get something to have a portal show.
Juniors will pose the question: would the portal react to magic in such a way that it would, let's say I were to cause everything to light up in this room, would it glow differently than a regular item?
Actually, let me find out. Make sure.
I'm trying to use that, if that helps.
Yeah. Each object, 20 foot. Yeah. Let me. And she's like, most portals that aren't always open. They open certain times under a certain condition. Usually invisible when they're inactive, including to detect magic, and they can be detected by true seeing or warp sense. Yeah, I don't think that would Fairy Fire wouldn't do it. You need the
Could
item.
I cast detect? I know it's gonna probably be like anxious and lots of images, but could I cast detect thoughts on her and see if I could find like a focused memory that she's just kind of hopping about?
Yeah. What you get with base level detect thoughts is somewhat panicky. I knew it was here. It was supposed to be here. This is not good for business. I'm never going to be able to work if I can't show people around. They're going to tell people I'm not going to get paid. No one's ever going to pay me again. I'm not going to get any work. I'm going to have to go live in the sewers. I hate rats. I can't stand it. It's here. I know it's here. It was here. It was supposed to be right here. Yeah.
Hearing that she's a tour guide for the group, I'll hold out 10 gold, and tell her I wasn't contracted for the tour, and pay her for her services.
Okay. She takes it. She takes a breath and she goes, it might, okay. And she like starts to slowly like walk around the area that it's at, that the portal's at. Okay. And then she gets to where this dead body is and kind of gingerly steps over it. And like just keeps walking slightly. And there's like a lockbox that's over here. And she's like, I don't know if it's here or not, but this is like one of the only things that's locked. So hopefully, I don't know, I can't really get into it. But if y'all want to try to open it, maybe there's something inside. I don't know, but maybe. And it's she points to like a box that's probably about, it's basically the size of a Foot Locker, and it has a pretty heavy lock on it, and it's like on one of the shelves. She like stands off next to it.
I don't have these rules. I don't think I can.
Kill Mary. Wanna try to pick that lock there?
Oh, I'll give it a try.
Seeing him attempt to do something, I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Okay.
I'm just going to walk up,
can I
touch him, and say, "You got this."
Can I stack my guidance on top of his?
I'm
Just
sorry, I didn't know you had it.
you can't stack that. Just one set.
I didn't know you had it. You go ahead.
No, no, no. Well, is yours a spell
We've
slot
got
or
the
a
group
cantrip?
guidance.
Yeah, I'll. Having said, do you want to try and pick this lock? I'll touch him and kind of reassure him from the events past, and you have guidance at 1d4.
Right. And you are proficient with thieves' tools. Give me a dex check. And add your proficiency bonus to that, please.
So I think I have an expertise in thieves' tools. So I was just double checking that because
Yeah, double your proficiency bonus, I believe.
Yep. So sleight of hand. Great.
Just a dex check and double your proficiency bonus on top of that.
10. So what that'd be 12.
Is your proficiency bonus 2 or 4 or 1?
It's 2.
So it'd be 14.
Oh yeah, 14.
Okay. It doesn't seem to budge, unfortunately. It seems to be locked still. One of your little tools kind of breaks off as you attempt to. It's one of the lesser used tools, but you're unable to
Add
open it.
Your guidance to that.
And your guidance.
I did not add guidance to that. What was it for guidance? I'm sorry.
1d4.
You would need to get a 4.
Can I assist him because I have thieves' tools proficiency as well? If he needs it.
Yeah, you can take the advantage for sure.
Okay.
So, Camer, go ahead and roll that again. Roll your dex check, double proficiency bonus, and your guidance.
Okay,
That'll do
so-
it. You don't need to do anything else.
Okay.
Everybody gathers around Kelmir and they're like cheering him on and like rubbing his shoulders and saying, "You can do it." And- Yeah. So the box pops, the lock pops open, and it is now unlocked.
And I'll say, well, Priesty, you know what you're looking for. I'll kind of back up and let her do her thing.
Okay. She opens it up, and inside there's a handful of things. There's a few sacks, little pouches, probably larger than your hand. There's about 4 of them in there. Excuse me. There's a few items that are in there. And you see her reach in, and she pulls out a silken scarf that is like blue in color, and it looks like old silk. She goes, "I think this might work." And she leaves the lid open, and she takes the scarf, and she moves back, gingerly steps over that dead dude, and goes near this wall down here. And as she gets near it, you see a glow between the windows, about here. And she whoops in joy and says, I found it. It's open. Oh, I think there was some stuff in that crate if y'all want it. I don't think they're needing it anytime soon.
Yep. Now I think Kelmir's gonna dig into the crate, see what's in there.
Okay. So if you dig through, there's 4 sacks of, it sounds like coin. If you were to count them out, you'd see roughly 300 gold in there. There's no silver, no copper, nothing like that. It's just gold, sacks of gold. There's 4 potions of healing. There's a weird green colored potion bottle and a weird bottle that looks like it has like clear liquid with like shimmering in it. And then there is a blue crystal about half the size of your palm.
Okay, cool. For now, well, I'll divvy up the gold among the party, but I'll pocket the rest of it for now.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
Was there anything on the 2 dead bodies that I've searched?
Oh, I didn't know you were searching the dead bodies. Roll investigation check. Which bodies are you searching? Hang on. Which bodies are you searching?
I searched this one when I was talking to Ias.
Okay.
And I took the hood off the mask, ran his pockets, and then grabbed the mace and tried to offer it to Ias. And
Okay.
then just while I'm down here, I'm just going to search this guy.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
I got a 15 on the last one. And a 16 on this one.
Okay. Okay. So from the fire starter and this other's dude total, you find 10 gold.
Okay.
And then each of them have a small token of a crest, a little like kind of like a Ias's slightly, but it's charred and it looks older and like burnt. And let me see if I can put it in the chat real quick for y'all. There we go. Okay, so oh my gosh, hang on. In the there we go. Okay, it's in the chit chat. That's what you'll see. It's kind of like a flame, I guess. Probably the best way to put it. It makes sense.
And who knew, who spoke about the other token that we were shown?
I knew who it was linked to, but not much more than that.
Okay. I'll pocket one in my Tinkerer's kit, in a little pocket there, and then I'll hold this one up and show it to Jen and Ice.
Okay.
And the 10 gold I'm not going to add to my inventory. I'm going to give it to our tour guide for finding it.
Perfect. She says, well, are you all done in here, or do you want to do anything else? I got the portal open. You want to?
I'll ask for her name so that I can tell other people to look for her.
Oh, I'm Parisa, tout around the hive and other area is a sigil. Anywhere you want to go, I can take you. Anything you want to know, I can tell you. Pleased to meet you. She like reaches out a hand.
I'll kind of half bow before realizing that our hands extended, and I'll reach up and shake her hand, and I'll tell her that I'll tell people.
Much appreciated. Just don't tell them I flaked in a battle. I mean, if you want to tell them I fought, that'd be super generous because then they, know I'm a badass or something. But either way, thank you.
Before we head through the portal, I would like to see if I can harvest the poison sac off of this arachnid tactly.
Okay. Give me a. Let's see. Give me a nature check. Or nature check.
Proficient
22.
or not?
Nice. Yep, you're able to harvest a few sacks of. Let me pull it open here. Okay. A few sacks of poison. However, this poison does necrotic damage. 3 sacks. Little sacks. They're all 1 use apiece.
Okay.
Darkweaver necrotic poison. And they do each 1d10 necrotic damage.
Ooh, nice.
Yep, upon use.
I'm ready. Just like 5.
DM, what was the description on those 2 other potions again?
One is, let me pull it up here for you. One was like a greenish tinted potion. The other one was like a clear potion that was like shimmering, like silverish.
All right, cool. And then before we go, I'm going to hand each of the party 60 gold.
Nice.
And let me see here. And then I'll give Pops and Katse and Is a potion of healing, since I know Jen already has a few of them.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome. Much appreciated.
The other potions, did you pocket them in secret? Or would you have shown
Me?
those to the party and then put them away?
So the
No,
4 that I
not you.
could do. Oh, sorry.
The ones out of the chest.
Oh, out of the chest. I mean, I probably would, I don't know. I did say I pocketed everything at first, but
Yeah.
then I did hand it out.
Okay.
Risa starts to move forward toward the portal. If y'all will follow me, please. Okay.
I'll stab the creature with my rapier one more time as I walk past.
Nice.
The last little fuck you.
Nice. All right. So you step through the portal. Give me 1 second. Gotta find
How
it.
big this world map
There.
is.
Okay. So you all come out of the portal in a relatively same location, not the same location, but the same type of area that you were in before. It looks like it might still be give me 1 second here. Yeah, it looks like it might still be the Hive Ward. You see razor vines falling from cascading down like buildings. You see random races just walking around. And it's rather dark motif, right? There's dirt and grime everywhere. The smell is kind of not quite overwhelming. It's just you're getting used to it. It's one of those type of smells. But in front of you, you go, oh, shit, Parisa says, as she looks up, she goes, this isn't where it is supposed to open up, but that's okay. And she looks forward and says, welcome to the Bottle and Jug. And she points you right in front of you is a massive steel barbed wire black granite building that just kind of protrudes. There's razor vines kind of cascading down this building as well. Let me bring y'all to that building real quick. Bear with me. There we go. Y'all should see it. However, your tokens are not here. Damn it. I should have took y'all with me.
I'm changing maps and I'm taking you with me.
There we go. All right, y'all should see what's in front of you. And she says, well, this is a little bit away of where we wanted to be. However, I could really use a drink. This place has the best drinks, and there's a little bit of, and she like leans in, a little bit of gambling if you're into some fighting. And they have rooms. It is getting a little late.
I could not agree more.
Yep.
Yeah, I could really use a nap.
That's fine.
Drink, gambling, and beds. Say no more. Point me to the door.
All right. As here we go. Okay. As she takes you through this area, let me reveal what it looks like.
In the meantime, I'll lean over to one of the party members, whoever's closest at the moment, and go, where were we supposed to go? Because I don't know anything about where we're supposed to go.
I'm assuming you just lean in general. Costello just shrugged. And then I was kind of walk and follow Parisa.
Okay. As you...
Jen will
yeah, go ahead.
hear the question and say, well, we were supposed to go to some institute of education or something like that about the planes and the portals or something. But this is better by far, in my opinion.
Yeah, we can always get another portal over to the Institute of Intellectual Excellence, where you all wanted to know some things about you. So, yeah.
You'll see my interest peak up quite a bit, and quite a bit of pleasantry expressed on my face as I'm excited about learning more.
Right. As you enter in, she kind of explains to you, or you look around, you see a ruckus, boozed-fueled brawls that are happening, slightly in different places, but then they just kind of clap each other on the back and keep drinking. You see behind the bar, let me show you what I guess looks like, kind of like that. Looks like a female, kind of like a ASMR without wings, and she's kind of tending bar. Parisa walks in and says, "Hi there, Beatrice. long time no see. Are the fights still going on? And who she was talking to says, well, yes, Parisa. Right? Parisa? She goes, oh, yeah, that's me. The fights are just through the back door. If your friends would like a drink, they are more than welcome to pay. We have rooms available as well. But please enjoy and gamble well. And as she says that, I think that's actually where we're going to call it for tonight, because I know some people got to wake up a little early in the morning as you all enter into the bottle and jug to either sleep, gamble, see what this fighting is about, and try to figure out your way forward to the Institute of Intellectual Excellence in Sigil. Yeah.
All right.
Woo! But let me,
I've
you did survive. Holy crap. That encounter took a little bit. Took a little bit. Barely survived. But let me get everyone out of here so I can do some player aftercare with y'all. Oh, that intro is playing right now. Hang on. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining us in our third session of Turn of Fortune's Wheel, a Planescape adventure. It was rough. It was awesome. There were some highs, there were some lows, but everyone survived. But as always, I'm Chaotic Vito. You are absolutely awesome. Hey, let chaos reign, y'all. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.